Example 2, we are going to write a proof. The first thing we always put into our proof is our given information. So we're given that triangle LMP and triangle NMP are right triangles. And we're also given that ML is congruent to MN. And that is our given information. It's always a good idea to go mark that on there. So the fact that ML is congruent to MN is marked right there. And they did already mark that this is a right triangle, but I'm going to go ahead and mark that this is also a right triangle. The next thing that I can assume in looking at this picture is that MP is going to be congruent to PM. And hopefully you know that that is the reflexive property. Do I have enough information to decide that the triangles are congruent? I do. I have triangle LMP congruent to triangle NMP by the hypotenuse leg congruency theorem. So we have this hypotenuse, and this is the leg of both of them. Go ahead and pause your video, do the try it, and come back when you're done. Hopefully you started by taking all of this information and plugging it in right here and telling me that that was the given. Do not use that strategy on a test to draw an arrow, but I am going to use that here just to keep your video short. They told us that WVX and YZX are right triangles. So WVX makes this a right angle and makes this a right angle. So those are right angles, and then it was given that WV is congruent to YZ, and we have enough information there. And then it also told us that X is the midpoint. Because they told us that X is the midpoint, we can draw the conclusion that this piece is congruent to this piece. Now we need to actually write that out, that Vx is congruent to Zx, and that is because of the definition of a midpoint. And then we can determine that the triangles WVX is congruent to triangle YZX by the hypotenuse leg theorem. Congruency theorem. Now, if you used vertical angles in your try-it and you marked those and you got angle, angle, side, that would not be marked incorrect on a test. But you should be able to determine something from the midpoint being given. And because we're studying hypotenuse leg, I went ahead and went with that.